If you were here last time, you know that we struggled with SAX. So that's what we're here to do today. I don't have much else for you, updates-wise. We learned that while ice missiles do freeze them, they're not necessary to finish the fight. Noxie, hello. Thank you for 16 months. It's so good to see you. Welcome back to the human race. Enjoy your founder's badge, your emotes, your ad-free viewing. We're very glad to have you. Thanks for stopping in. Secret stream! Revenge stream! Let's hope it's over quick. 5-minute stream and then we celebrate with wine and just chatting. We'll see, we'll see. If we need strength, we can always have a BB cameo again. That worked pretty well last time. Oh my gosh, this dang fight. PB&J, welcome! Saw your first upload from Fusion playthrough and binge watch the rest! Thank you for watching! Thank you for the luck! I saw the new follow. Welcome in. I saw a couple new follows from the new upload. I appreciate it. We can end the game today! I think so. I think that's the plan. I'm expecting this first run to be rough because, you know, we're jumping in after not playing this game all day. Just running errands. I think part of it is that when you do the fight too many times, you start pressing the buttons in a pattern instead of being reactive. Oops. And I need to be more reactive and not just doing jump, shoot, shoot, jump, shoot, shoot. Oops. I'm forgetting how to spin jump. Leave me alone. That was something. Not my best, not my worst. Muscle memory can be a pain sometimes, yeah. Dun, dun. We love the fanfare, so we will let it play. Just a reminder to anybody coming in, I do not want tips or advice or information about the game, about the patterns. I'm just gonna use what I already know to figure it out. We've gotten to the last round a couple times. I know I can get there. It might not be the quickest way, but just forgot how much damage SAX does. It's so much. I would have loved to get some more E-tanks before coming to this. Yeah, exactly. That fanfare is great. Don't die, thank you. Solid advice. Oop. Nope. I almost feel like I get mixed up on which button is jump and which button is shoot. Because we keep pressing only the two buttons. Over and over and over and over and over. It would be great if you were not doing a screw attack when I'm ready to shoot you. No! No! I'm just rolling and doing screw attack. Yeah, it's not hurting us when we screw attack. It's nice we can like roll right in front of the shots and we don't get hurt. Don't need hints or advice, you need love and support. Thanks so much. Oh man. This is such a tough one. I think it's really funny too how, like, how much, well, maybe I'll hold off. Sammy's using the Bongo Knight emo, and I'm like, I rave about Hollow Knight all the time, but it's the one game where I actually really liked the boss fights, and really liked is like a stretch. It's just so satisfying afterwards to be able to finally get them. It's a very different streaming style, right? Because it's this type of thing over and over, like, okay, it's a boss fight day, you know? But not with Metroid, it's not been like that. It's taken a few tries for sure on some of these, but that's not what I love about the games. And the boss fights aren't my favorite part of Hollow Knight, so I don't know. Daxon, hi, welcome in. Real Bro, welcome in. How's it going, everybody? We're, I guess, trying to warm up. No. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Okay. Now I have to remember how this works. It's like 4, right? Or 3? Yeah, it's just 3. Okay, how do missiles work? Or no, this one's charge shot too, right? I don't remember. Oops. Shit. I don't remember what it is! I think it's still missiles, right? Ugh. Alright, we can do a few loops though. We can calmly do a few loops, it's fine. Get away from me! I want to shoot you so you give me health. Oh, I hate this thing. I feel like this thing, with the room designed the way it is, I cannot figure out how to best, like, be chased without getting hit by the whatever that is. Every time. No, 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 no. Get away from me. No! This is way more stressful than it should be. Come back, health. There we go. I needed that. Nope. That didn't do anything either. Why is this the hardest part of the fight? It's because I'm so stressed because it's been awful. Oh, finally! Gimme, gimme, gimme! Where are you going? Oh, we're following you through the escape? No? We just don't get to pick it up? Is this the chase now? Oh, I hate it. Are we supposed to go up to the door now? The point is to go up here, right? Oh my god! The last phase was way more stressful than everything else because we've never successfully done that phase. Okay, let's do this. Yay! Oh, okay. Where does it want us to go now? It wants us to escape with our ship. They told us the instructions yesterday. I gotta remember them. We have like no health! And I don't remember where our ship is. Okay. Why is there like a... Was this always here? Is there a secret way around? Do we have to go to the left and around? Yeah, we had to anyways, I think. I think that's just the closed door. This is my least favorite part of all video games, is where you see me lose all my brain cells. Because, oh no. They put me in panic mode and I hate it. Ugh. Okay, 2 minutes, okay. So far we haven't seen any enemies. I'm assuming we're gonna have to fight somebody on our way out. This is a boss room, this isn't our ship. I thought we had to come up here. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing, sorry. We're gonna have to fight it again. This is why I hate stress. I just saw the symbol and I started going to it. I'm sorry. Oh well. If you saw the end of Super, you know. I'm not saving. I don't think we can make it. Yeah, stress run. I don't think we can make it! I'm too nervous! Why did they put all these here? Are these all things that I can break with? Yeah. Screw attack. Okay. Who are we gonna have to fight in a minute though? And our ship's gone. Oh my god! What the hell is that? I should have saved. No, I don't want to fight you with no health. We just have to hit it once? Is this a forced death like baby Metroid fight? What? Do I combine forces with you? Yeah. Alright, that seems fair, but I have 16 seconds? No! No way! What am I supposed to do? Power bomb? No. Alright, we gotta do it again. Bye! What the what? What? Why? I hate the end of this game. Ugh. So we can save, but you still don't want to save with only a minute because you want more time to do the fight. Metroid was like, or not Metroid, Fusion was like climbing the ranks in how much I liked this game, and now I'm so bitter about the ending. We were talking last night about how much like I don't like Metroidvanias because of the boss fights, but the boss fights are cool. Like there's good ones in there. It's not that they're not good. But like Axiom Verge was such a nice relief to just have a boss at the end and be like, wait, that's it? Alright, cool. Let's get more items. Alright, well we beat SAX today. That was the goal, so... I don't know, I feel pretty dumb, but oh well. I don't know how you're supposed to expect that there's gonna be a giant boss there. I mean, you're not supposed to expect it, but I don't like surprises. Leave me alone, please. Get off of me. Get off of me. All right. Oh, okay. You. Nope, that's not what we wanted. But we can hit you for health. This is going better than last time. Oops. Nope. Did that do anything? I don't think so. Frick! Give me help! Okay, we got one of them. I'm so bad with the, whatchamacallits. Okay, so it's not even... It's not, like, health that we're worried about here, because we get it back with combining with SAX. It's after that point.
Propulsion destination, planet
Dun, 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 dun. Cat jams for everybody. Let's go the right way this time to the dang ship. Oh my god. Good thing this isn't live in front of an audience. Not this way. That's the weird library way that threw me off with the scientist. This is not the way either. I don't think we can save there. I don't think I want to save there. We can do an emergency save. We can do a save state. How about that? I don't want a hard save because... What if... Oops, hang on. What if we don't have enough time? What if I can run through this passageway quicker? Is it still counting down while I do this, though? Nobody saw anything. Okay, we're here. Okay, this is immediate death. Whoop, 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 whoop. Danny, thank you for the host. I think that was you. Welcome in. What a scream. It's not that. Is it our charge beam again? Yeah. But we get staggered so much. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button! Stop it! No. Too many buttons! Too many buttons! How many hits do you take? Dang. I hit you in the feet. Ah! No, leave me alone. I don't think I can go behind you. Alright, let's try again. It should be this one. Dun, 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 dun. The scream's louder than Ridley's. This one's a lot. Thanks everybody for coming in, by the way. Sorry I'm not getting to say hello to everybody like I usually do. I think you know why. This game of special scream sounds, yeah. It's a lot. So you want to like run into it as quick as you can because you want to die as quick as you can because the counter is counting down the whole time. Why? It's like an evolved, weird Metroid, so SAX is helping us because SAX is also an enemy of Metroids. Oh, I like jumped into its claw. Why do I keep... oh, whatever. And that one, we just get hit, and then you do it all over again. That was 2 swipes right in a row! Bam, bam! Why? I'm like not holding L long enough. This is not a fun fight either. Please die. Please die. This feels impossible. We're gonna explode. How are you supposed to have enough time? We like died and ran out of time at the same moment. I feel like I did okay, but I missed so many. I don't want any tips also. No tips, no information, nothing. Nada. Zero. If there's any hints, just like bump it up the chat. Like somebody do a exclamation point first or something. And then if we have a mod around, you can go ahead and delete them. Okay. We have a save state. I started doing my default walk back to the cockpit because that's what I know the best. Dun, 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 dun. Eclectic hi. Welcome, welcome, Povo. If I haven't seen you and said hi yet, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming in. Jiggly hi. Yeah, I forgot that I had the save state, Alien. I was like, wait a second, we know what to do here. Looney hi. Whew, okay. SAX, any minute now. There you go. Da 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 da. No hints, pants, nothing. No info. I saw that. Nope. If you tell me what to do in this fight, we're gonna do it the hard way longer. You're making it harder for me, because then I'll refuse to use your tips. Because we're just that stubborn. Dang, that was so many swipes all in a row. It does get staggered backwards, which is nice. Okay, that was better, but then we got hit so many times in a row. Chat-induced hard mode. It happens. We've seen it before. Oop, I saw that one coming through my face. We're not gonna have enough energy. I want to know how to dodge these claw swipes. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Despite what you think it's a clue, everything you say is a clue. Pretty much. Acrylic, welcome in. I just kind of stood there for a second while we read, but... We were close, I know. That was a good one. I was a lot faster on that one. Jim, welcome in. Dun, 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 dun. Even your silence is a clue. Okay, maybe not that. Oh, whoops, my timer's running out. We put ourselves on weird Jen spent too long sitting idle mode. Can I like roll between your legs instead of you swiping me 1,000 times? No. I don't know how. Oh, I don't know how we're supposed to not get hit by that. Maybe it's supposed to be over before this many cycles of us running back and forth. Maybe because I'm not doing the thing that was a clue. It's supposed to be over before we get to that point. Alright, fine. Fine. But yeah, don't tell me what to do. Oh my god, we've said it so many times. Goodbye. Who else said it? Goodbye. Please, I'm begging you. No hints. I've already seen it and we're like forcefully avoiding that technique because people are saying, do this. Don't tell me what to do. Dex, hi. It's in the tag though. I'm saying it a lot. Just sit back and watch, please. I'm also like in the middle of a stressful fight, so we're a little on edge here, but don't make Jen cancel chat. Wee. All right. This is it. This is for real this time. Have you tried winning? Oh, that was it the whole time. I should have just tried winning.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Firestorm, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, so first, get clawed to death. Goodbye, good night.
To destination.
Second, wait for SAX to show up. They're here. Nice of you to show up. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Reunite with SAX. Run away. Run away. I'm not very good at running away. I don't even think those are working. Or I must not be hitting the right spot. No, it's working. You have to get like so close and then I always get clawed. Stop it. I like our other technique better. Leave me alone! Okay, but now we're getting hit by ramming into it instead of by the claw. It didn't even give us a chance to get up! Why does it hit you? It's like It's like clawing me so many times in a row. I don't know what that was. Please no links in the chat. That's in our chat rules. And table hi. You did the human kindness. I did see that. Thank you for the reminder. We had a lot of hellos and thanking the mods. I appreciate it. I think we'll take a quick moment to say hi to a cat as well. Zelda's in chat. Yeah, exactly. Hi, friends. Let me go grab a cat for a human kindness. Mistake. Hi, it's good to see you. Welcome in. You can hear them protesting from the other room. Sending human kindness from me and BB. Sending cat kindness from BB to all of you. I appreciate you. You are valuable and loved, and I'm glad to have you in the community, and so is BB. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm sorry I'm a bit stressed, but it's a dang boss fight. Thanks for being here and cheering me on, and thanks for being so understanding of the no-hit rule. I know it seems really picky. I'm extra stubborn about it. Okay, but that's beside the point. Sending you human kindness. Have a great Tuesday. Have a great rest of your week. Here's BB. I saw the cat cameo too. Here's our overlay. Thank you, Antable, for redeeming that. Thank you, Magus, for redeeming that. Magus, it's good to see you. Tell Max I say hi. And BB says hi. I know he's just waiting for treats from me. Game over noises, yeah. Okay. Duncan's here too. Duncan, you want to say hi? Here's a Dunk. He's not going to sit still for very long. That's why he doesn't get as much camera time. He doesn't like being held like she does. But he's pretty good. He'll put up with it. He looks mad right now. Buddy, you're okay. Okay. Have a good day. Bryn, hi. I think you did like a human hello earlier. Welcome. Sorry if I missed greetings. Second kitty, yeah. Omega Metroid is a space cat. I know, the claws. Currently 8th in line for callback. Okay, Magus, yeah. I hope you get that call soon. Maximum high. Chubby cats are best cats. Yeah, let's dunk on this Metroid. Oh my gosh. Can we please dunk on this Metroid? I know that we are supposed to use more than just the charge beam. I will say that. I am struggling to not get hit before the timer runs out. Like we're dying without any connection to the timer. We're just straight up running out of health, so. Thank you, Mistake. Thank you. Thanks, Kaiser. I think we can get it. This one doesn't feel as like technically tricky as the SAX fight. I just was really struggling to figure that fight out. See, I feel like... Am I just not standing close enough? But then we get hit so many times! So many times! Is this a croc fight where it backs up the more I hit you? Please die, please die. Get out of the way now. We're staggered for so long. You're gonna get hit again. Did we do it? Be gone. Hey, look at our ship. Get on there! Why is the... Who's flying our ship? Purple ship! This is a different cutscene from the other one. Yes! Fusion! End sequence! Be gone! Oh, I don't even know what our item count is gonna be. That perfect military mind. Casey, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. The perfect military mind, the wisdom of Adam Malkovich continued to serve even after death. Until today, I had no idea that the minds of leaders and scientists were frequently uploaded to computers. My incredible reunion with Adam may have saved the universe. Wow! Semi, thank you for gifting a sub to Captain PB&J. I will get to the subs in a second. Let me read the ending here. This is interesting. But how will the beings of the universe view our resolve? I doubt they will understand what we did, the danger we barely averted. They will hold tribunals and investigations. They will hold us responsible. Adam understood this, and he spoke to me in my anger. The stage is set for Dread! Yes! Do not worry. One of them will understand. One of them must. I've reflected upon his words, and I see the wisdom in them. We are all bound by our experiences. They are the limits of our consciousness. This is so much deeper and more involved than Super. Super, there's no dialogue. It's just Metroid. There's Metroids and there's a baby. But in the end, the human soul will ever reach for the truth. This is what Adam taught me. Just one detail still bothers me. The ship can only be started manually. Yet, before I faced the Omega Metroid, the ship moved on its own, guided by someone's hands. Is it possible, Adam? What? Philosophy major Aaron, yeah. Lady, what's troubling you? You wonder how I started the ship? Just think about it. They lent me a hand. Huh? Yay! Animals! Okay, that makes the ending better. Yay! Wholesome ending! Ta, welcome in. Thank you again for those subs. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the human race. Enjoy your Earth badges, your emotes, your ad-free viewing. We're very glad to have you. Saving the animals is canon. You did not save the animals, but they showed up here. Thank you. Thank you, Daxon, Fenry, Spirit, Povo, Eclectic, Casey, Antable, Semi, Mistake, Magus, Sagan, Laredo. I don't think I got to say hi. Shaman King, hi. Met. Chewy. It is deep, right? That was very interesting. Sleeping Edicoons are so adorable. Yeah. Gotta love the ending. I mean, we had a cat cameo, and then we got an animal ending. Nintendo's like, we're gonna put you through hell, but hey, there's animals. Right? I know, now I'm gonna just block out the memory of how much I was complaining about the ending. I love when I go to try missiles on an enemy, but I don't try my regular beam. Or I do, but I miss. And I think that it didn't work, even though I just have bad aim. That's always fun. Hope the animals are in Dread. That would be amazing. Animal spin-off. Like the Tingle games of the Zelda franchise, we need just an Edicoon game. But they would be way better than the Tingle games. Have you decided what you're going to play next? I think we're going to play... I know it's out of order, but I think we're going to play Metroid 2 next. Before Dread. If we don't play Metroid 2, we're just... I think Dread is next for us. We are going to spend a little more time getting items here, I think. We know that animals can platform. Here's our ending. I don't think my item collection is good at all. I wasn't ready. Mission accomplished. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's the lowest one we've ever gotten. Cause the map closes on you. At least for Super, I was like, yeah, let's go. I think we got everything I wanted to get, and we headed to the boss. Where this one I was like, no, I'm not ready yet, but you couldn't go back. We're getting faster, but that's minus the time I would have spent exploring. That's like minus a whole stream's worth of exploring. Metroid 2! The Game Boy one. Yeah. There's a crazy amount of items in Fusion. 57% is still pretty decent. Is it okay for a first playthrough? I think it was okay. I just wish that I had stopped. And I think someone said it. It's so hard to tell you all. Like, the default is no hints whatsoever, which causes things like this where we don't get to go into the whole map. I wish I could tell you all, like, tell a mod to shake me and stop before we pass the point of no return. But there's, like, no good way to do that, so I'm happy with it. It's the lowest one I've ever gotten before I decided 100%. 57% is good. I think it's okay. OG Metroid 2 is underrated. Yeah, we're doing the original Metroid 2. Uh-huh. I'm gonna draw my own map. What we are going to do is check my save file. Actually, wait, I need to screen capture my results because we always do that. It's tradition. Ding! See you next mission.